In recent months, the spotlight on country music superstar Tim McGraw has shifted from his chart-topping hits and legendary performances to something far more sobering: his health. With multiple surgeries, ongoing physical challenges, and now another show cancellation, fans are beginning to understand the full extent of the toll these health issues have taken on one of country music's most enduring and beloved performers. On July 21st, 2025, McGraw was scheduled to perform at a professional bull riders (PBR) event in Colorado. It was a highly anticipated appearance, part of a broader slate of performances leading up to his tour scheduled through October 2025. But unfortunately, fans received disappointing news. McGraw would have to cancel the show. The reason? Yet another back surgery. PBR issued an official statement confirming the cancellation and revealing that the country rock band Cross-Canadian Ragweed would be stepping in to fill McGraw's spot at the event. "We're sending our very best to Tim for a quick recovery and hope to see him at a future PBR event," their statement read, echoing the sentiment of thousands of fans who've been watching McGraw's health journey unfold. A string of setbacks. Tim McGraw's health history. This isn't just a one-off setback or a minor hiccup in an otherwise smooth career. For McGraw, now in his late 50s, the past several years have been marked by a succession of serious health complications that have raised both public concern and personal reflection. The latest surgery is part of a long list of physical issues, including 3 previous back surgeries, double knee replacements, a torn rotator cuff, a ruptured disc. These aren't minor ailments by any means. They represent a painful, ongoing struggle with injuries that would challenge even the toughest athletes, let alone a touring musician whose performance style requires constant movement, energy, and stamina. In an interview just last month, McGraw opened up about how profoundly these physical challenges have affected not only his career, but his personal life as well. His words were honest and raw. "I can tell you that after double knee replacements and 3 back surgeries and now a torn rotator cuff and a ruptured disc, there were times this year that I thought this might be it. This might be time to hang it up," he said. For longtime fans, this was a chilling statement. McGraw, a Grammy Award-winning artist with a career spanning over 3 decades, has always been known for his resilience and work ethic. Hearing him openly acknowledge the possibility of retirement or permanent withdrawal from the stage shows just how severe his situation has become. Intentional living, adapting to a new reality. In that same interview, McGraw painted a vivid picture of his day-to-day life and how dramatically it has changed. "I can't move quickly," he explained. "There's no turning real quick to do something. Everything has to be very intentional. Everything that I do has to be very methodical." These statements offer insight into a life now defined by limitations, a stark contrast to the high-energy stage presence fans are used to. For a performer who once ran, jumped, and danced his way across stadium stages, being forced to slow down isn't just a physical adjustment, it's an emotional and mental one as well. McGraw has always taken his craft seriously. From the early days of his career, he was known for pouring himself into his performances. His concerts weren't just shows, they were events. Fans traveled from all over the country to see him live. Now, even simple movements have to be calculated to avoid pain or further injury. This shift has understandably taken a toll on his sense of identity as an artist. For performers, especially those in physically demanding genres like country rock, the ability to connect with an audience is often tied to the freedom to move and express. McGraw's reflection suggests that he is still processing what it means to continue performing in this new restricted reality. Career impacts more than just missed shows. The July 21st PBR event isn't the first cancellation McGraw has had to make, and it may not be the last. These ongoing health issues have already affected several parts of his professional life. Most notably, he had to step away from a starring role in an upcoming Netflix series centered around bull riding. According to reports, the reason was directly tied to his need for yet another back surgery and the extended recovery period it required. It was a major opportunity, one that could have shown off McGraw's acting chops and introduced him to a broader television audience. Losing that role was more than just a missed project. It was a reminder of how fragile plans can be when health becomes uncertain. Despite these setbacks, McGraw's official tour schedule, currently set to continue through October 2025, remains intact, at least for now. But with the latest cancellation and growing uncertainty, fans and industry insiders alike are beginning to question how sustainable such a rigorous schedule is. The physical toll of touring is hard on the body, even for healthy, younger performers. Long flights, constant movement, late nights, and the sheer adrenaline required to put on a high-energy show night after night are taxing under the best of circumstances. For someone recovering from multiple major surgeries, including a recent back operation, the challenge is monumental. McGraw has acknowledged as much, expressing concerns about how his body can handle the pressures of touring. He's known for pushing through pain, but there comes a point when pushing too hard can lead to irreversible damage. For now, it appears McGraw is prioritizing recovery, a move that may be difficult but ultimately necessary. Fan reaction, a community of support. As news of the cancellation and McGraw's health status spreads, fans have rallied in support. Social media has been flooded with messages of encouragement, prayers, and well wishes. While disappointment over the canceled performance is natural, the overwhelming response has been one of empathy and concern. "Take care of yourself first, Tim. The music can wait. Your health can't," one fan commented. Another wrote, "We love you and want to see you on stage, but only when you're ready and strong enough. You've given us so much already." That kind of support isn't lost on McGraw, who has always expressed deep appreciation for his fans. Over the years, he has built a loyal following that extends far beyond music. His openness about his health, his sobriety journey, and his family life with fellow country star Faith Hill has endeared him to millions. What comes next? The road ahead for Tim McGraw remains uncertain. His tour dates through the end of 2025 are still officially on the books, but with this latest setback, it's unclear whether all those shows will proceed as planned. The nature of recovery from back surgery, especially following several previous procedures, is unpredictable and often prolonged. In his own words, McGraw seems to be weighing his options carefully. He hasn't ruled out retirement, but he also hasn't fully committed to stepping away. What is clear is that he is approaching this chapter of his life with seriousness and reflection. Whatever decision he ultimately makes, whether to continue performing in a more limited capacity or to take a step back from the spotlight entirely, it will likely come with the same grace and thoughtfulness he's demonstrated throughout his career. A legacy already secure. Regardless of what happens next, one thing is certain: Tim McGraw's legacy in country music is already well established. With more than 80 million records sold, 3 Grammy Awards, 16 Academy of Country Music Awards, and countless other honors, he has cemented his place as one of the genre's greats. His influence goes beyond the music itself. McGraw has been a vocal advocate for health, fitness, and mental wellness, especially as he's navigated his own personal struggles. His openness about his sobriety and his dedication to staying fit, even amid serious injuries, has inspired many. Even if he never performs another show, his impact on the industry and his fans will endure. Final thoughts. Health above all. In times like this, it's easy to focus on the lost performances, the canceled shows, and the uncertainty. But what really matters is the person behind the microphone. Tim McGraw is not just a performer. He's a father, husband, and human being facing an incredibly tough battle with his health. While fans understandably want to see him back on stage, the overwhelming consensus is clear: his health must come first. Hopefully, with time, rest, and the right medical care, McGraw will recover enough to return to doing what he loves, whether that means performing occasionally, recording new music, or simply enjoying life with his family. Until then, the country music world is sending nothing but love, respect, and heartfelt wishes for healing to one of its brightest stars.